we get rid of Yandel. And now I'm pissed. Huh? He was good whooping boy, eh? Now everybody going to beat up on me just because I drunk and fall asleep during game. Eh? I demand trade, eh? I'm packing bags for Seattle right now. Let's throw him and be whooping boy.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Boom!
All right. Boy, this is just about the best Panthers offseason I can remember, especially considering that I started this channel after the worst Panthers offseason that anybody can remember. Now, speaking of when I started the channel, yesterday I got the application to be monetized. YouTube told me it would take 30 days. This morning, this is what I get. Huh? What do you think? How many ads were on this video before? I promise the ads will always be skippable. I will not put the video roll ads in the middle of the videos. Now, if you really feel like helping out, you can watch to the end because there's actually post-roll ads. So like if you watch to the end and let that ad even to start play and then hit the skip, I get paid. I'm just saying, if you really are feeling generous. All right. Thank you all for helping me make it happen. No, honestly, truly. I've stopped and started. You obviously know I'm not stopping again. But it's been a long time coming. I made it harder on myself than it needed to be. You guys helped. And we're good. Let's move on. Now, Panthers, expansion draft. What in the hell? Okay, so we've got so much happening. Obviously, yesterday, you saw the video. I missed the Duclair thing while it's uploading. I'm getting the tweet ready to put the video out. And I see the news about Duclair. So I had time to change the title of the video. But that was it. So the Duclair thing, now we really are talking about the expansion draft pieces coming into play. Now, George Richards today puts out, I love this guy, okay? He's great coverage, don't get me wrong. But this is the second time now he's put out his expansion draft preview, and he did say that it was just a gut feeling, but in both of his previews, he's got us protecting Mason Marchment. And he thinks that we're going to do the 7-3-1, which that probably means he's got inside information, obviously. So I'm not going to bother begging them to go, you know, the 8-1, and we could protect Forsling and Gudis. Gudis is getting exposed. But on his list, he's got us protecting Marchment and not protecting Vetrano or Achari. I know he's saying that's his gut feeling, but why does it bother me? Why am I thinking he's hearing something and just doesn't want to pass it on, but it's going to happen? I mean, in years past, this wouldn't surprise us. So let's just talk about this for a second. Why would we protect Mason Marchment? Well, okay, so the thought is, are we going to be able to re-sign Achari? Are we going to be able to re-sign Vetrano especially? 18 goals. If he has a full season this year and gets 25, what if Lundell is really that good and he plays with Vetrano and Vetrano gets 25 goals? Who's paying him? It won't be us. So there could be that angle. And I have said I'm okay with losing Vetrano or Achari. At that point, it was because then we don't lose Gudis. But okay, if they're gonna expose Vetrano, they're gonna take Vetrano over Gudis. That would be my guess. That would be my guess. So in a way, exposing of Vetrano protects Gudis. All right, but Mason Marchment should not be on that list. No. Now, I mean, Mason Marchment did get extended during the season. Q does have a soft spot for this kid, obviously. It's not like he plays bad. He plays hard. He plays tough. He plays rough. But he doesn't belong. He doesn't belong up top with Barkov. No. Now I'm seeing a lot of talk, a lot of yip yap about possible Landeskog and all sorts of different free agents. There's room. There is some room. Okay. But I don't think we're going to be breaking the bank right now. We've got a lot of young, good players, okay? We're close. We are close, but Are we really looking at this year, this upcoming season, as the year to make a run for the Cup? Let's look at that for a second. Forget the skaters. Forget the skaters. There's 2 roads to the Cup. Bobrovsky returns to his old form, or Spencer Knight becomes Andrei Vasilevsky really, really, really fast. If neither one of those 2 things happen, what goes on with the skaters isn't going to matter. Now, it will matter in terms of winning a round or 2, but go look at the final scores of most of the games of the semifinals and including the finals. It's defense. It's goaltending. Especially with Vasilevsky. Okay? So, I'm not a big fan of spending a ton of money to throw somebody up there with Barkov. It looks nice. It's pretty. But then eventually you just have to continue to rinse and repeat because you can't afford to keep everybody. And we've got good young players in Tippett, Denisenko, Lundell's coming up. Okay? Those are guys who are going to need contracts. And don't forget, we haven't even signed Bennett yet. And this is the other thing I want to get to with the expansion draft. They're trying to work out a deal. They're trying to work out a deal. And the fact that it's not done yet makes me think I'm very accurate about, I'm telling you, sign him to a 2 or get him for 3 years. But I'm not guaranteeing. My opinion is that the longer the term that we're going to give him, the more per he's going to want. I think we're trying to give him 3 and he wants to take 2. That's just my opinion because he's of the right age where 2 or 3 he can still get paid again later on with another big contract if he does well with Huberdeau. So that's a big part of what we're doing with the expansion draft because Lord knows if we expose Bennett, we're losing him. So we've got to get him signed, right? Because how much money could he be wanting? Seattle would definitely be willing, right, to negotiate a deal with him. Then he just wants to go somewhere where he's going to be appreciated and played. Probably Florida. I think we get something done. But signing Duclair does give us some leverage there, okay? What a beautiful disaster we have in terms of what we're going to do. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I think we're going to sign Bennett. I want to bet against what George is saying, but he's the one with the inside information. He's said Marchment twice now. He's saying that's just his gut feeling. I don't buy it. I think he just doesn't want to say this is what he's hearing because he knows at least 3/4 of Panthers Twitter would blow up. I think they want to avoid the drama. Now, is Seattle going to take Marchment? I don't know. Maybe we're going to expose Vetrano as bait for them to not take Gudas. I would rather lose Vetrano than Gudas because if we don't lose Gudas, we're good. We're good. We need one more defenseman, and we don't know where we're going to put it. I was talking with Stu today about Suter. Should we kick the tires on him on a 1-year deal? Now, he thinks maybe, Stu would like to see Forsling with Ekblad or Forsling with Weegar and then maybe Suter with Ekblad. Not so sure Suter's still a top guy. My idea was give him a 1 year, put him on the bottom, and you've got a good pair on the bottom that can eat some minutes at a cheap price. You never know what's going to happen. All I know is that it's tomorrow, right? Today's Friday. Tomorrow's the day. I'm going to have a live stream at noon. Now, I'm not sure what time that they are going to announce the list, but usually by the time, noon rolls around, noon Eastern time, the list should be out. So hopefully we got something to go there. Most of the time, at least the rumors that are coming out at that point will be true. And we'll know about Bennett, right? Because we got to get this kid signed. We can't expose him. We just gave up 2 2s. You can't lose that to Seattle for nothing. That can't happen. That can't happen. And we need him. Even if Lundell's going to be good, we got to have Bennett. He matches with Huberdeau. So breathe, everybody. Breathe. We are strapped in. We have good, proper management. I know we're not used to this, especially around expansion draft time. All right? Everybody just breathe. Sign Bennett, Duclair. That's beautiful. We may not make any changes to the top 6, okay? We got Duclair. You move Tip It Up, Declare on the third line and second line. We may not make any changes. If we're going to pick up anybody, if we want to spend $5-6 million, go get another defenseman, and then we'll be rock solid good. And then it just comes down to goaltending and which one of these guys is going to take the ball and run with it. Who's going to give him the ball? All right, we're going to open up camp, but here you go, guys. You guys figure it out, okay? And if Knight was what he was, and Bob is what he is, it's going to be Knight, and we're going to be good to go. And it's just going to be a matter of when can Knight develop to be the Vasilevsky type shutdown that's going to carry us to the cup. Because in case you haven't noticed, Vasilevsky's young. He ain't going anywhere. So we could be looking at years of Vasilevsky versus Knight in the playoffs. And at that point, then it's going to come down to, you know, which one of your magical rainbow unicorn guys up at the top is going to find a way to beat one of those goalies. All right. Make sure you subscribe for daily content. I appreciate everybody's support. We are monetized. We are on our way now from 1,000 subscribers to, what do you got, 100,000, 200, a million? What do you guys want? Where are we going with this, huh? All right. I might have another video later today. If something happens, I will have a video out tonight. Otherwise, there'll be something out tomorrow, and I got the live stream noon. All right? Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you guys there. And get Bennett signed. Get the kid signed.